I think it's time to share my secrets on how to sculpt anything. I'll give you 10 handy sculpting tips to start working on right away. These 10 tips work hand in hand, so make sure to listen to all of them. These are some hands that I sculpted for my Patreon's monthly tutorials and assignments in Blender. I'll use them in this video as examples for the 10 tips. More on my Patreon at the end of the video if you are interested in joining and learning how to sculpt. Alright, let's get started. First tip is obvious, know your tool. This is the simplest one. It doesn't matter what tool you are using, whether you are sculpting with Blender, ZBrush, VR sculpting, Nomad with iPad, etc. At the end of the day, these are just tools, but you still need a basic understanding of what you are working with. Before sculpting anything complicated, play around with the tools of your choice till you get the hang of the basics. I have tutorials on this channel, courses on Gumroad, and a new introductory crash course to sculpting in Blender on my Patreon to help you out if you want to learn sculpting with Blender, which is my primary sculpting tool. Anyways, second tip, learn how to sculpt form. This is crucial and many beginners tend to miss this important step. It doesn't matter what you are sculpting. If you can sculpt one form perfectly, then there is no reason for you not to be able to sculpt any other form out there. So how to sculpt form? Sculpting form is about a lot of things. Observation, learning how to read shading, building things step by step, etc. We will get more into that in the next few tips in this video, starting with tip number 3. Third tip is learning how to read shading. I can't stress this part enough. This goes for your sculpts and reference. You need to learn how to quickly notice form through shading. This is why it's important to have a good matte cap while sculpting. With a good matte cap, you can see the forms just by looking at them without rotating the view. When giving critique and tips to my Patreon students, just by looking at the shading from the images, I am quickly able to tell if the form is going inwards or outwards, if the surface is smooth, flat, or round, etc. This is a skill you need to develop. Here's another example of how important it is to read shading and lighting and all of that when sculpting. So for example, if you're looking at reference, you don't always have a 3D reference where you can turn around and understand the form. So you need to be able to read the shading and lighting and see where parts are going outwards, where they're going inwards and all of that. Let's take a look at the tendons over here. They're not very visible right now, but if I open my hands, we can see them more, as you can see. And just looking at the shading and lighting, we can see that these parts are going more outwards than what's in between. So it's very important to understand how to read shading for reference and also for your sculpts. So you can see how I play around with the sculpt over here, and I'm pulling in and pushing forms over here to really pop out the form of the knuckle. So by pushing these parts inwards like this and pulling these parts outwards and playing around with the form, I can really sell the sculpts. So reading your shading is important both for correcting your sculpts, understanding reference, and creating believable form. Fourth tip is organic versus hard surface sculpting. For the most part, we tend to sculpt organic objects, things like humans, creatures, basically anything that isn't man-made. Hard surface objects tend to have boxy sharp shapes. Organic forms, on the other hand, have nice roundish soft forms for the most part. Many beginners tend to make their sculptures flat. You need to sell your sculpts. Make sure it looks organic. Remember, round forms. Again, for the most part. Fifth tip is soft versus hard forms. A hand is a perfect example here. The back of the hand is bony. Forms should look hard. Basically, the forms look less roundish and have sharper qualities. The front part is padded. It's soft. The forms are more rounded in this area, giving the impression of a soft surface. Pay close attention to the form you are sculpting. To sell your sculpts well, you need to first understand what you are sculpting. This takes us to the sixth tip, which is observing the subject. This is one of the most underrated skills that every artist needs to develop as much as possible. We learn through observing and applying. If you don't observe well, it will show in your sculpts and your skill. There's no magic behind this. Observing takes more energy, which is why beginners tend to ignore this one a bit. But trust me, pay close attention to your sculpts, observe every angle, every form, the shading, the lighting, proportions, etc. Constantly compare your sculpts to the reference, see what is different and why. Keep doing that consciously every time you sculpt, and your skills will skyrocket before you know it. The seventh tip is proportions. Proportion isn't about having a fixed guide. It is about the relationship of one part of your sculpt to the rest. When sculpting, take one part and use it as a way to tell if your proportions are on the right track. For example, I can use this finger as a guide for the rest of the hand. I can take the length and compare it with other parts, take the thickness and do the same. You get the point. This is only one example to deal with proportions. The eighth tip is angles and curves. When working from reference, always pay attention to the angles and curves of your sculpts. Let's take my hand as an example. I can pay attention to the outer angles, how sharp this angle is compared to this one, for example. I can also pay attention to the inner angles. Another one is to notice curves. Look at the front part of the hand. See how there is a nice curve over here. You get the point. The ninth tip is simplifying complex shapes to simple forms. Start simple and build up from there. Let's take a look at my hand again. Try to ignore all the details and noise from your reference, squint your eyes, and simplify the shapes in your head. Sculpt the basic shape separately if it helps and keep it simple till the form looks right. The 10th tip is subscribing to my I'm kidding. Well, actually, it's a great tip. But the 10th one is understanding the anatomy of your subject. That is not to say that you can't sculpt something unless you know the anatomy, because you can. If you follow my previous steps, of course. But if you want to take your sculpting even further, then learning anatomy is definitely important. I have anatomy tutorials on the channel to help you out, so check them out. And also, I have a great anatomy course on my Gumroad that you can check out as well if you want to take your anatomy knowledge and sculpting further. Anyways, let me know down below which of these 10 tips you think is the most important one. If you want to learn sculpting, you can learn through my channel, through my Gumroad courses, and also through my new Patreon page, where there is a new introductory crash course in sculpting in Blender, and monthly assignments, tutorials, a private Discord server, and a lot more. So definitely check that out. All links will be in the description box down below. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You are beautiful.